Greetings, nail nerds. All right, well, I'm gonna kind of be adjusting around here a little bit. I'm supposed to be resting right now. Shh, don't tell my boss. So I am, hello everybody joining in. So I'm just going to kind of go through some things on my table today. So you're gonna see more of my table than of me, but I'm rocking my Disney Mrs. Cup from this year because, as most of you know, I got hitched this year. So, and went to Disneyland a bunch of times. So, rocking the Disney wedding cup. So, got my cup of joe out. So, I'm going to flip around on my nail table here in a second. I'm kind of letting everybody get joined in. And then I'm just going to kind of cover some stuff that's crazy stuff that we got going on here at the old Nails Over Coffee nail table here. That will be some fun report stuff coming up in the next couple of weeks as I get a chance to recover from surgery and try some of this stuff out. So, okay, I think everybody's here who's going to be here for the meantime. So I'm going, oh, there's another one. Hi, everybody. So I'm going to talk about some different things that we got going on here. So without any further ado, and I'm going to pan out to my nail table. So look at all of these nail goodies. Yay! Look how fun is this? Okay, so first things first, one of the message boards talked about how they were having problems with their veneer peeling off all in one piece. And I have to tell you that veneer, you can tell that veneer was really designed by a nail tech because it really does, this isn't like marketing garbage, it really does work better when used as a system. So I suggested that the person pick up one of these. If you want to even try veneer, this treatment pack, it's not very expensive if you order it from like the Nail Co, the industry source. Sorry, old school, called the Nail Co. This will give you everything you need, all 5 steps, except for the color. So if you pick up one of these and like one of the matchmaker sets, so you get a bottle of polish and a color, it's a really good way to try out veneer. These are full-size bottles, and this is cool because you can get this little kit, and it has everything you need with the prep, which is just the brush-on prep product, fuse, which is like the bonder, the base coat for veneer, there we go, and then you can buy a color coat. This one I have here is the one I just used, so it's Oh My Prog. It's a really pretty gray. I just used on my last client, and then the top coat. And so I bought this little set for when I use veneer on a natural nail because it really does work really well if you use the whole system. So I just wanted, I mentioned to somebody that treatment pack, and so I wanted to bring that up so that people could see what I was talking about. Okay, so nail mail. So I got this awesome package with a really sweet handwritten note in here somewhere. There we go, from Brenda. And it's about the Tough Enough Nails Poly Polish, which is, you can mix it with glitter, pigments, acrylic paints, and nail polish, which I think is really cool. And Tough Enough Nails is actually designed, in reading through all this, it's designed to be mixed one client at a time. So if you're really big on customization for each client, this is going to be a super fabulous product. And so I'm going to be testing this out with all the different things. So nail mail, she sent me linkage, which is this like amazing bonder type coat, and all the information on it. And a poly gel sample and a poly polish sample. So really excited. So it makes me think of the Blue's Clues, you know. Mail's here. Sorry. Mail. If you have kids that were in the Blue's Clues age, you know that. So I'm really excited to try this out. And so I'm going to try this out with all of these different, she gave me all this information. And so I'm going to be doing some trial testing on this, and I will do a show on that. So that's a fun thing that we've got going on. Now, if you have stuff that you want to play with, I know Color Pops are kind of expensive, and so they're hard to use when you're just wanting to like test stuff, and nobody wants to keep destroying their, thank you, Brenda. Nobody wants to keep destroying their Freddy Finger type practice hands. You put something on and you want to see what it does later, but you have to end up taking it off to do something else. And Color Pops are too expensive. So this is, I originally got this ring because this is all of, I keep all my Dazzle Dry polishes on one of these rings, and I keep it hanging from my lamp there. But I have some extra ones, and so these are, this whole ring of these and the ring, it's like from the Industry Source. It's just a couple of bucks. It's like $3, $4, something like that. Not very expensive. So I'm going to be using these to do a lot of my trials that I do before I put it on a person. So those are super cool if you're wanting to test some stuff out. So I also got my nail mail from CYO Gel. So this is the gel top coat, and when you break this down, it ends up being like $6 for a ½ ounce bottle, which is super cheap for a gel top coat sealant. So I'm excited to try that. And then I also got the mixing gel, and it comes with little, let me reach in the box here. It comes with the little squeezy lids to do this. And so I'm going to be trying that out. And this is all of the crazy setup I have of things I'm going to try. So I have a shellac in Midnight Swim. And I have a Vinylux in Midnight Swim that I'm going to mix with CYO Gel in that bottle. And I have a Veneer in Verona Lace, which is white. And I wanted to do a white because it's a super heavy pigment. And a Sesh Polish in white that I'm going to mix with the CYO Gel in white. And I have, this is Singapore something. Singapore sling, maybe. I don't know. I'm too blind to read these through the camera. But Veneer, and then color. So I have color and color Veneer. And so I'm going to mix this with the CYO Gel and see how it compares to the color Veneer, just like I'm doing with the shellac back here. And this is an Orly sample I got that you don't have to use a base coat and all that kind of stuff, and it dries fast. So I'm going to try this by itself and then also mix it with the CYO Gel and see if it works. And then I'm going to mix the CYO Gel with a Nicole polish. I don't have any OPI that would be good for it, so I'm going to use that to do that. And then, so I've talked to Vivian with Dazzle Dry, and this, without telling her what's in the CYO Gel, talking about what's in the Dazzle Dry, technically the CYO Gel and the Dazzle Dry shouldn't work together. So I have this sample size bottle of Dazzle Dry. So I'm going to do a test with the Dazzle Dry on a nail with the full Dazzle Dry system. And then I'm going to take this little bottle and I'm going to make it half, use the last little bit to make it half full. And I'm going to fill it up with CYO Gel and see what happens. And that way I don't mix a whole bottle to then find out. So I've got that going on. And then for everybody on the boards, oh, and I got new lamps, new bulbs for my C&D lamp. So that way there's no It'll be brand new bulbs in my C&D lamp, and then that way there's no discussion of maybe whether that my bulbs were old. And then for everybody that I have been bothering on the Beauty Connect boards about dipping systems, and for people who've watched the dipping system reports, I'm trying to figure out a way to dip a nail without double dipping. So I am going to try putting powder in this little, these are like the glass, monomer things that we use in nail school, to see if maybe I can get the right amount in there to dip for the French smile line without having a whole bunch of powder left over. And then we can just throw out what's left. And so I've got these spare powders laying around that I don't use C&D anymore. And so just to get an idea of how it dips and how to work, I'm going to pigment some of these clear powders and see if I can figure out a way to make that work for the dipping system. So, oh my gosh, all kinds of trials going on, all kinds of stuff going on. I want to give a special shout out to some of the artists on Beauty Connect that have been helping me with trying to figure out this dipping systems deal. And yeah, I think that today's show, just a real quick, giving you an idea of what's going on. So I'm going to do some trials, and then I'm going to do a show on the Tough Enough nails and all the stuff that I found out about that. And then I'm going to do a show on the CYO gel and all the stuff about that. And I think I'm going to do an updated dipping show too. And then I'll probably do a show that talks about kind of comparing services. So when you're deciding, so when we talk about marketing, I talk about the 7 P's of marketing. One of them is product. And for service marketing, we think of product as the product that we use. But it's actually not. Product is the services on our service menu, and the product that we use becomes part of process. But they work together. So I think after I've done a lot of trials on these products, I'm probably going to do a show on deciding what you want to do on your service menu and picking the products that go along with the process for those services, if you followed all that. So I think that I'll be doing some of that stuff. So please like the Facebook page and let me know if you have anything else or any questions you'd like to see so that I can figure out, make sure I'm addressing those questions as I'm doing these trials, and that way we can come up with more stuff. Okay, so I'm going to go back to bed where I'm supposed to be recovering from surgery, and I will let you know how the CYO gel testing goes. Absolutely. Like, I am definitely, that's why I've got all of these things all laid out. I'm going to do it very methodically in a notebook. I'm going to keep track of how it goes on, and I'm going to document with some pictures and some videos and all that kind of stuff so that I can kind of put together a complete trial of it for everybody. So, yeah, I will totally keep you guys posted. I'm excited to just kind of see how all of this different stuff works out. It's kind of fun. Get to be a nail tech, try stuff out, and I've got nothing to gain from it. So it's awesome. Unbiased opinions. So yeah, I'm going to go back to bed. Oh, it's Hemi. That's who you are. Hi, Hemi. Thanks for joining in. Oh, your little name is so cute. Sugar Plum Fairy Finger. That's fun. So I'm going to go back to bed and recover like I'm supposed to be doing. And I will see you guys tomorrow at noon. I'll catch you up all on the boards. I've been saving all kinds of posts as I've been stuck in bed. So I'll have all kinds of fun things to discuss tomorrow. So back to bed I go. Bye, guys. Happy nail day.